Is the most expensive camera money can buy worth the asking price? We find out in the What Digital Camera Leica X2 review. The X2 uses an APS-C sized CMOS sensor whose dimensions are shared with those found in a majority of DSLR cameras. Leica has upgraded the sensor over the 12.2 megapixel sensor that's found in the X1 with an effective resolution of 16.2 megapixels and an ISO range now available between ISO 100 and 12,500. The X2 delivers smooth results up to ISO 800, though image noise becomes more prominent at every ISO increment above that. That said, even at ISO 6400, images are more than usable, with a pleasing, natural grain-like structure rather than the more uniform noise patterns common to images from other cameras. The X2 features a fixed 24mm f2.8 lens which produces a 35mm focal length equivalent of 36mm, a moderate wide angle that's favoured by photojournalists. Of course, this fixed focal length means you'll have to put more effort into composition than you would do normally if you're using a zoom lens. The 2.7-inch screen, with its underwhelming 230k pixel resolution, would be more than adequate on a budget compact, but on a camera aimed at the high-end enthusiast, it's woefully disappointing. There simply isn't the level of sharpness or clarity that we expect for a camera in this price bracket. There's also no viewfinder, but there's now an accessory port at the rear which allows you to connect Leica's £360 electronic viewfinder. This boasts an impressive resolution of 1.44 million dots, though externally at least, it looks identical to the Olympus VF2 electronic finder, which is priced far more attractively at £199. The X2 retains the same retro M-series inspired design that the X1 sported. The streamlined, uncluttered styling manages to look classic and modern at the same time. The magnesium body is solid and well finished, though in the hand it doesn't quite have the same pleasingly tactile feel as the Fujifilm X100. While many creative compacts have a control ring around the front of their lens that they can be set up to adjust a variety of shooting controls, the X2 relies on positioning its controls along the top plate instead, leaving this ring unutilised. While this is fine for shutter speed settings, we can't help feeling that the aperture controls would provide more intuitive and pleasing shooting experience had they been positioned around the barrel of the lens instead. One of the main gripes levelled at the original X1 was the sluggish autofocus performance, and this is one of the key areas Leica has worked on with the X2. While the AF performance is quite a marked improvement over the X1, it's still not as lightning fast as we'd like, being outclassed by more affordable rivals. The X2 is a lovely camera and there's some really nice touches, but if it's our money, we'd go out and buy the Fujifilm X100 and save ourselves just under £1,000.